Hello and welcome. I'm going to show some exercises for, let's get this closer. There we go. Okay. Let's start with the simple exercise. I call it simple. Okay. Let's say something bothers you. All right. Something's really pressing hard on your thoughts. It's bothering you a ton. The mind and the body are interconnected. Let's assume you know these presuppositions. Your thoughts weigh heavy on your body. So now, get your mind off of that, get your body off of that. It's weighing heavy on the body. Whatever that thing is, let's call it, we're all not perfect. We have stuff that's bothering us, right? That one thing that's on my mind, I don't want to even share it with you all. And I certainly don't want to hear a lot of your guys' issues. Because what's one person's problem, another person might scoff or laugh at it, or not be as empathic to it or as sensitive to it. All right? So, if something's bothering me, I'll call it, say, red. Okay? There's a certain place, time, feeling, and past. I don't want to pay anybody. Well, I don't want to pay anybody to walk me through the steps or to give me their opinion or what they may think is best for me. We're all different. What works for one person may not certainly work for another. So, if I have something that's troubling me, I don't want to go tell my buddy Jeff or Bill about it. So, I'll call it red. I'll find a place on my hand for an example, but you can pinpoint it anywhere. This is what I learned a few years ago. Let's be real. Back in 2006 through 2009, I took a few courses in self-development. I paid out of my pocket. It was a span where I had the chance to move to good old San Antonio, Texas, when I was working for a company called New Chapter. And I stumbled upon this course because I met a lady who had taken the classes, changed my world. I thought she was very bright. She had a happiness, certain glow about her. I wanted it. At the time, I was really distraught, unorganized. Guess what? I'm the same guy. Anyway, that's for a different day, different rambling. Let's go back to this one tool. We're going to learn one effective tool the next 10 minutes or so. If something's bothering me, I'm going to find a place on my body. I'd like to go with that first knuckle right there. Right there. And I'll close my eyes. And I'll think to myself. Now what I do is I'll pinpoint it here. I'll close my eyes and I'll remember that. Remember what brings me, for the sake of this video, I'll call it sadness to myself. That sadness may be spawned by a feeling of being disempowered, or a feeling of missing someone or something, or a turn of event that maybe went sour, wrong. And I'll look at that and I'll think back to that feeling. And I'm feeling it. And what I'm doing now is I'm hitting on sensory-based experiences. What I see, what I hear, what I feel. And as I go in, what we call in, those submodalities kick in. Submodalities, meaning those adjectives, that give my problem its life. Those submodalities are what I see, how bright it was, how dark it is. That feeling, is it in here? Is it up here? Is it around here? Is it up close? Sensory-based experiences in those submodalities would be what I see, hear, feel. And to some extent, even the logic, the examination around it. Okay, so what I see is this, what I hear is that, what I feel is that. My shoulders tend to droop. My chin tends to go down because I'm reliving the moment. All of this without even sharing it with you, what I actually see, hear, feel. It's there. It's present with me. Heck, I might not even have to press that button. It's the feeling of sucks. It's just bull crap. It sucks. So here I am. Yeah. Alright. Shake it off. I'm done with that exercise. This whole shaking off process, that's what I would call maybe a pattern interruption. I've just interrupted that pattern. It's underneath the skin. It's there. Put my glasses back on. Since I've been taking up hiking, I've been having to put a lot of sunscreen on, glasses, long sleeve shirts. So here we go. So we're talking about adaptation. You're under a lot of stress. You've built your new business. You have your new relationship. How do you juggle all that? You've moved into a new apartment, new job, things are going great. We're adapting, flowing, adapting. Some people don't do it too well. Some people can. Some people don't know. And that's fine. Don't know, you can adapt, don't flow. Cool. Let's what's adapting? For some people it's kickboxing, for others it's yoga. For me, it was learning this stuff. It was also learning this mental stuff, which today I'm not a huge proponent of, but I know some people could use this. I'm more into the exercising, the qigong, tai chi, the hiking. Later, we'll go into belief systems, part 6, 7. Okay? So as we hear, see, feel things. Oh, I'm hitting the trigger again. Ew. Well, let's get out of the negative. Let's go into the positive. Negative. Let's go into the positive. They say in order to get rid of a negative, you would have to what? How do we get rid of something that bothers the shit out of us? Some trauma, some PTSD. That ecology that's in the background. That stuff we grew up with. How can you really get it out of your business, out of your nervous system? It's in your nervous system. Some choose to journey. I don't think that's useful. Sure, why not? Have your kicks once in a while. I think having your kicks is not really playing it right. Some people chose to have their kicks. Well, the scientific research does show that these neurological circuits in the brain do meet. Doesn't mean you gotta go, finding healthier ways to do is always, in my opinion, the best thing. 1, it's illegal. It can throw you in jail. 2, you're just feeding another subculture that may not be doing it in the right way for society. Let's not go into a ramble. Let's go straight into this simple exercise. So we're already anchored onto our body, the energy. We revive the energy. How do we get rid of something negative? By adding to it. You can't take it away without adding some powerful experience on top of it. Think of something very much the opposite. In my experience, I call this red. I'll find a positive experience, like, I don't know, going hiking up in the woods. That would be a positive experience. I did one just yesterday. I'll use yesterday's experience. Hiking with friends and family through the Ruidoso Mountains, hearing the woodpeckers doing their thing, hearing the creek, the water down the creek, smelling the green, piney stuff in the air. Okay, I'll take that. Oh no, look at it again, hear it again, feel it again, or see what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt. I'm anchoring it right there. Whoa. All right, anchoring it right there. I'll take a second now. It's very powerful what it does to your breathing. Instantly, you're using your imagination to break through, to go through. The only way is to go through. All right, pattern interrupt myself. And now is where I'm gonna merge these two. I'm gonna merge them. First, this one, with my eyes closed. And then this one. Let it do its thing in silence. Let it uncouple, unwind, allowing those dendrites to grow. Those dendrites are, I believe, a piece of the brain that gets created when you learn something new, a new routine, a new hobby. And you're releasing old patterns and you're gaining new experiences. And I'm firing these 2 points away. Even if it's done wrong, it still works. It's the experience. After I take that big breath, that's a sign for me that it's in effect, it's working. The medicine's kicking in, if you know what I'm saying. The heart rate changes for me. I feel it in my cheeks often. That's joy. And then I let go. Do that exercise every day till you keep releasing the trauma. A breakup, a fear, so whatever it is, whatever it is. You're not on your diet, you feel fat. Feel fat. And then remember a time when you felt your healthiest. Boom. There you go. Exercise 1 for today.